Hello, everybody. James Rink here, and I am going to interview Rocky from Sweden. He had purchased a NeoCube about a month ago. So why don't you just talk a little bit about your experience? First of all, what type of cube did you get, and I guess did you have any issues with the shipping? Because of course it came from the United States. Was that pretty quick?
Yeah, I bought this ideal, and it's a good size. It's just like a medium-sized box, and I know I didn't have any kind of issues, but it has helped me really, really, really very much. I really appreciate anyone who made this cube. It's really valuable. It's really valuable.
Okay. Uh, all right. So, what type of cube did you get?
Um, I, it was me. I have to check the. I will check what's written on the
I
cube.
believe it was actually a Skullum.
Yeah, it was Callum. It was
Yeah, that's
Callum.
the 13. Um,
Yeah.
well, first of all, explain. We get a little feedback there. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you actually had a NeoCube in the past. You
Yes.
purchased one a long time ago when we first started doing this. And what happened with that one, and why did you decide to get a new one?
What happened was that I used to be really sick, and I had this kind of sickness that was unexplainable. I used to go to doctors to have a look, and they would turn me back and say, It's everything fine." I used to feel just kind of someone feeding off my energies from lower chakras and from stomach area. So I decided to purchase this. I saw your interviews. Then I saw this. I could purchase this cube, and I purchased this one, and I got it home within a week or so. And once this cube was really powerful, and it like kind of I felt like kind of magnetic. Its magnetic fields were really good, and I remember I used to keep it, and I used to go with it to the school, and it really energized me. And once I was meditating, and I had this cube, then I saw this kind of I would say a circle, white circle, and I don't know what it was, but so then my mom came and interrupted me, and what happened in within a week, I was having a cube, and I was showing to a friend, and he just without any reason destroyed it. I have no idea why he did it, and that was. But later on, I came to know that the guy who destroyed my cube, he was actually possessed by a reptilian entity that I don't know why. I mean, just this is how I came to know, and he destroyed my cube. Then I was just a student, so I did not have that kind of money to purchase other one. So what I did was I kept on searching. There are many people in between who say the cube is bad and stuff, and I don't really agree now what they say, because now I have this cube, and this cube has really helped me a lot. I was having a lot of issues. I was like abducted in 2010 by this I saw this triangular craft around my house. Then I knew that something had happened, and later on I came to know I had these chips inside me, and I was having sleep issues. I would just wake at midnight, see what kind of entities are there. I mean, I'm a bit sensitive, so I have seen some interdimensional entities. So, but I know I was just looking after them, and since I bought this cube, it's I what I the first thing I did was I meditated on it immediately, I found it one of I found one of the more ways to meditate was to take the cube like in kind of plastic bag and go around in a mall or in city area or anywhere in morning walk, and I did it and I felt like I was like more I got more positive thoughts, I got this kind of thoughts like that I'm really, I'm really like famous, I feel that sometimes these kind of thoughts are really important. And I got a lot of good thoughts and I don't know where these were coming from. And I felt really positive. Whenever I go around in the malls or outside, I take my cube in a plastic bag and I go with it, and I just feel like everything's really perfect and fine and beautiful. And now I have been even getting really good sleeps, and I keep my cube usually under my bed, and I have had no issues and no kind of depression regarding it, and it has been going good now, and I don't like look around and after like I was before looking after kind of entities coming in trying to distort my sleep. I don't really do it now. It has helped me a lot.
Okay. Well, let's back up here. You said that. Well, actually, okay. So the first cube you purchased was destroyed by someone who was probably possessed, and
Yeah.
then you bought another cube, but there's actually a story behind that. Why did you decide? Because there was a period of maybe like 1 or 2 years before you finally got the next cube. Why did you finally decide to get a new one?
The reason was that I was having some really religious issues too. When like I was abducted, I went to this church where I was baptized. I used to pray a lot. Nothing happened. Attacks just were happening all the time, and there were this. I used to feel like someone was just trying to feed off my energies, and all this religion stuff and issues. I left it. It really didn't help me. So I decided to look other way around to get good sleep. So I decided to purchase cube again because the first cube I purchased was really powerful. So I was like I was a bit scared of having some kind of experience, some supernatural experience. So I decided to purchase this cube because I had to like lift myself up, uplift my energies up, and so I had to deal with this lower vibrational entity. So this is the reason I purchased the
Well,
cube, and it really helped me.
okay. But I wanted to get a little bit more specific because there's actually a story behind this. You saw a post that I had on my Facebook wall, and actually, you said that your angels told you to look at my Facebook wall. Do you remember that?
Yes, yeah, I remember that. I was kind of sitting, and it's kind of I get these thoughts in my back of my head, and I start doing things without me actually doing the things. I feel it. I feel like it's someone. It's like these energies they come over me, and I feel like it's actually someone like making me do that stuff. And I was like, I remember I was thinking about you, like you are really sad, something happened, Then I saw this Michael. I saw this image of like Michael. Then I saw like you were like in some kind of in really pain, and then I checked your Facebook wall, and I found really that was really true. But the whatever you were saying, it's I mean, you were really being attacked. This is what I saw. You were really sad. You were looking up.
Yeah, and you said it was actually Archangel Michael was trying to told you to contact me or something, perhaps.
Yeah, I saw a slight image of him in the back of my head. Then I started getting this your image that you're really sad. You're looking in the sky for help.
Okay, and the reason I was sad and upset was I recently there was a group of friends that I was friends with for many years, and we had a falling out. They started accusing me of basically lies that had associated with the work I do with the super soldier stuff and some other projects that I'm involved with. So it just got to the point where I had to cut a lot of people out of my life, and it was hard because these people were allegedly my friends, but I guess they really weren't my friend. I don't see why a friend would do those kind of things, but I find it curious that your guides would have you contact me right around then because um, that was a
Yeah.
difficult time for me.
Yes, what happened was those one of those friends that you say were really attacking. Uh, I saw some few pictures, and then I saw some entities behind them who were really messing things up. It's like when you remember when we you said that we should do the interview. I saw this red dragon at Astra playing, and uh, it really caused family problems in my house. So it has been like messing with me like since I like since I have been since I have had my awakening. And I have once I remember I added you. There was these three entities I call these reptilians. They attacked me at night, and I had no idea how to defend myself. Then I had to like delete you. Then I think they are these interdimensional entities, and they don't want you and they really don't like you because you tell the truth. And I remember once when that day when you said you told me the things that this has happened, that has happened, I felt these light beings in my room, and they were on your behalf, so I suppose they were giving me this message that they are with you in times of depression. They lift you up.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Well,
Oh,
so I guess you think that these individuals were probably being mind controlled, perhaps, or influenced by these
yes.
negative beings. I'm certainly not going to disagree with that. I mean, it seems plausible, I guess. I mean, but all right.
Uh, I would give an example. When I was talking with Jay Essex on phone, and I felt this satellite watching over
Can you
us.
explain to the listeners who Jay Essex is? Jay Essex is because some people may not know.
Yeah, Jay Essex is a really good person, and whatever he's saying, it's really true. He has no reason to lie, and
So he's a clairvoyant.
yeah, he whatever things he says are really true. And I mean, why would a person, for example, go and say on YouTube that Lucifer is good? Not the people who are bad, they won't do this. They won't say he's a kind of person who says things really direct, and whatever he feels he says those things. So I mean, I really just whatever he's saying about that he's being overwatched, it's true because he knows too much. It's that the satellite stuff is really true.
The satellite stuff.
Yeah, I mean, he told that in one of his videos he told that he was being overwatched, and this by these satellites and this CIA and other agencies are watching him all the time, and that's really true. That's what I felt and I saw when these satellites they were tuned to listen our conversation when I was talking with JSX.
Okay. Well, Jay has claimed that the interviews that I've done with him have been translated into multiple languages by the ETs. He claims they watch my videos on their spaceships. I don't.
Yes, it's true. Yes,
Oh,
it's true.
you think so?
Yeah, it's true. The reason is that the when you said use I have there have been times when I became suicidal, and when you said you too had this kind of experience, I saw like kind of four lights in my kitchen room, and I was like, they are really with you in even in kinds of in states of depression. What happens is that the work you are doing, it's really helping a lot of people. A lot of people are getting are having their awakening, and it has helped me too, even me a lot. I mean, for example, I have asked some people like why they hate you. They don't really give me, good response, like like kind of one should give. So I really don't get. So I think they are under mind control. Because I have had chips in me, I know how it can really make one angry. Change thought patterns and stuff.
Okay. Well, let's go back to your meditation experiences, because I just think, for people who are listening to this, and I mean, they may be fascinated by these stories. However, a lot of them want to know exactly what do you feel when you use the cube? What do you see? I know you said you saw like this white light, which I'm assuming is probably the Stargate. I'm assuming. Is there anything else that you might have seen?
Yeah, I can give you one example. When you told me about this cube, I was just sitting and I was thinking like I was really low on money. Then I saw this, this blonde kind of figure. I would refer to a galactic being that resembles Pleiadian. I saw in the back of my head. Then it was just instantly. Then I decided I will buy this your cube. This cube, the way this cube works is it clears one's subconscious mind, of all the negative programming thoughts. This cube is really powerful, and it generates positive electromagnetic field, and it's really important that everyone purchases it, especially those that are really having issues with paranormal activities, because once they tune with this cube, what happens is that they start becoming more positive, and even the energy field in the house changes, so they don't really feel depressed, and they kind of feel that they are really now really good. It makes them feel really comfortable.
Okay. Now, some people use the Neo device and they don't feel anything at all. About 30% of all users are not energy sensitive. What would you tell to someone who has purchased a cube and doesn't feel anything? They don't feel a connection. Do you think it's still working on them, or do they just need more time? I'm assuming.
I, I would say to them is that one of the reasons people would say the cube does not work could be that they are scared of having any kind of paranormal experience. The reason is that a lot of people they just want comfortable life, good good stuff, and I would say to them is that take the cube in a plastic bag or in a purse. Go on, take it they should take it with them on a walk, and they should feel the difference, and they should come back. And other thing is that they should probably try to watch more videos on anything. There is one good video about the guy who is calling himself a live Pleiadian, and they should really watch his videos. And that guy really helped me. And the other reason is that people are religious. They need to get out of religions because it's the biggest factor, biggest mind control that ever exists here on earth.
They
For
need to get out of
I,
what?
Um, for example, I would say that JS6 said that Lucifer is good, and I do agree. After I have been calling upon him, I have received like 10 times good sleep. And when I add people, I really don't feel that the kind of entities they are having. Uh, Previously, I was just like tuning into. I would avoid becoming friends with people because I would see that they had these negative entities. Then I would, but after that, everything changed.
Now you're
So
gonna need to explain to people why you think Lucifer is good, because that's a lot of people are not gonna resonate with that or understand.
what happened was that when I called upon this entity Lucifer, the first thing I experienced was these beautiful lights around me, and this was kind of rainbow lights, and so I thought that this guy can't be the one that the church explains as horns and is evil. I mean, I was I would say that I was a real enemy of Lucifer before this. I was in church, you know. I would pray in every subway station. I was the one. I was a guy who would go in every subway station and pray over it. And the thing was, nothing really changed, you know. And I am the guy who has prayed 15 hours a day for 3 months just to know that this guy who's Jesus will come me and I will have a good experience. Nothing happened. Instead, I realized that this guy was actually communicating with people who had lower level of consciousness, and the reason behind communication was just mind programming and mind control and stuff. And but when I meditated on Lucifer, the kind of energies I felt on my crown chakra, they were just freedom and spirituality. And these thoughts have helped me have good sleep. And the way once I had this small thought level communication, and it was that Lucifer showed me the people who are in the pyramid, I would call it. There are people who
You're probably referring to the Illuminati pyramid.
yeah, there are people who think they are gods on the planet, and they would do anything to get money, fame, and power, and they sacrifice this. They sacrifice probably people to these lower dimensional entities. I mean, Lucifer is an angel who vibrates at higher planes, and when people check Caroline Hamlet's videos, they will understand what really is behind it. She sees, although she left Illuminati, she became Christian, but people will come to realize that the angels working with Lucifer are lights. They are not like the ones that are with that look like demons, devils, sons. The ones that the people say look like that, they are lower demons, and they got nothing to do with Lucifer and his plannings and stuff. These demons have been imprisoned, and this is something that Solomon was doing, communicating with lower dimensional entities, and this kind of works just passed on to. They were just stolen, and this to this day people are just taking help and just practicing this, just opening gates to lower dimensional entities because they just want power, you know, immediate things should be immediately. This is what people want, and they don't want to communicate with Lucifer, who will give them plans, because Lucifer, he has other plans, and he actually wants to take humanity to fifth dimension to end the suffering, and these lower entities want that to continue. And if they check Aleister Crowley's works and they study about the biography, they will come to know that that person was actually more interested in lower dimensional entities than the person was interested in Lucifer. I mean, how many people want to join Illuminati because they love Lucifer? Everyone just about money, gain, and power. This is what Lucifer said to me in a small thought level of communication that I had.
Okay.
So I agree with Essex. I have been receiving like 10 times more better sleep. I mean, I was attacked by lower dimensional entities all the time, all day. There was, and if there are people from other regions, I would say that I have been a Sikh. And if people say that no, this program that you are doing or me doing, we are doing this for just for money, I would say that take 7 pictures of 7 women from Middle East from that belong to this Muslim religion and compare it with any other religion, example any Scandinavian atheist. They will come to know, they will see the kind of blood flow they are having, the kind of face structure. It seems more reptilian. So as far as I know, this God, the Muslims that they claim are worshipping the God, Allah is too a reptilian demon, because I have seen these reptilian demons and they are more heavily infested in the place where I am living. So it's just religion is all a mess.
And
It's
is
just
that what
mess.
a Jinn is? Spelled with, I think, a D?
Uh, just can you say? Can you repeat?
A Jinn. Are you familiar with the
Yeah,
term Jinns? But
yeah, yeah. I see genes as they are as far as I know, there are these genes that I call like they are different from reptilian beings, and what they are kind of more intelligent, because reptilian beings, they are like straightforward, and these beings are more straightforward. And these genes, most of them, they are like pale green, red, black, but they don't have like horns as the devils have. Because I have seen the devil too, the one that has horns and all the kind of stuff, and that entity is different from Lucifer, and Lucifer is different from Satan.
Okay. Now, I want you to clarify something for me. Do you recall what Jay Essex said about Lucifer, what his role is? Because some people may be a little confused. Do you happen to
No,
know?
Lucifer, since I have meditated and I have called him, I would say he is, the way I saw him in the back of my head. He has this black hair, and he looks human, and he has his energies are red. I would prefer red rose. And who does the way I have seen Satan is he's a blonde guy, like a gent, and I agree with JSX what he says the role of Lucifer is, because Lucifer is really strong. When I remember the reason why I was abducted now was because I became so strong 4 years ago that I could throw a ball at 3 times more speed. Just imagine a professional player throwing that ball after so hard work. I could throw the ball at the same speed just by meditating on Lucifer, because he really he's very powerful.
Oh, okay.
And
But did you
yeah,
have a Neo
yeah,
Cube back then when you were using those abilities, or was that before then?
these abilities came to me when I had no. Yes, I will tell you what happened actually. I was a religious guy. My background is from Sikhism, and as I told you, I was really sick. I did not understand what to do. And one day I had to tell the tables around. I decided to pray to Lucifer instead. I had just within 3 seconds, I felt like I was like kind of, I felt as if I was like drugged. I saw this bright, huge orb to my right. I felt really different. I was like healed. I had no really kind of same uh, problems, like kind of no feeding off energies. I felt good sleeps at night, and I even spiritually became really powerful. I had no fear at all, no fear of anything. One of the reasons people may say that they feel fear, or may they feel anger, it could be because they have these issues, religious issues, or they have these blocks that can make them. Otherwise, Lucifer is good, is not bad.
Okay, and I think it had something to do with his role as a protector of the dark. I believe something from the dark side. He helps regulate that. I believe that's what his role is. Um,
He's not dark at all. What the problem is that the people who are running the show, they know that if people come to know about Lucifer, they will everybody will have their awakenings. And I mean, there's a reason behind it, why they use his name to gain fame, because Lucifer is really strong. He can give these talents to people, these roles to people, and I mean the people who are running the show, they don't want other people to know the truth. They keep it as a secret to themselves. The way the Solomon's temple was built, and all the, I mean, the black white tiles on the floor, the Freemasonry and other badges, when they have these ceremonies, they have the same, all same setup, same black white tiles. I mean, they know the truth. For sure,
Okay.
they know truth, but they don't know the exact truth. I mean, uh, Lucifer had nothing to do with all the people being sacrificed, because he in order to stay in high dimension, he needs more love, and it's all projected to make him weak,
All
because
right.
they're entities that are, this kind of battle going on between entities. So it's just like, it's kind of race, I would say.
All right. Well, do you have any other experiences you'd like to share?
Um, I would say that when we were about to do the interview, there were some dark entities. They came in, and then I had to get them out again. So it's just this game going on, and actually what I have a lot to say, but it's not just getting in mind.
Okay. Well, recently my credit card was stolen. Do you think that's connected to the
Yeah,
negative? And it's
uh,
actually been
I
stolen 3 times in the past 6 months.
I think it could be that it was taken out purposely by some people who watch you, just to make you more sick. And I mean, they read emails and Facebook stuff, and they know that you want to quit, and they want to take one step ahead to make you change your mind once and for all that you should just leave. Because it has happened with me. Like my credit card, I kept somewhere, then it disappeared, appeared somewhere else. I'm like, I didn't keep it here. So it's this is the way I see things.
Okay. Do you see anything else when you meditate?
What I actually do, what actually happens to me is that I just get information as if it's coming from inside, or sometimes I get this information as if it's like I just know what it is. I mean, I think we all have this ability somewhere uh, in our soul, that the just the way we sign contract and we come here in this life, and if we are somehow able to break all of that stuff, we can just know the future just the way JSX knows,
Okay.
because he has attained that level of spirituality.
So we just need to continue meditating on a daily basis.
Yes, and I would suggest that many people, they have these blocks from religions, that they should be ashamed of themselves. They should not see themselves naked in mirror. They should change that mindset, and they should not be scared of like hugging other people. They should understand that the books they are reading, they have been corrupted long time ago, purposely to break them from their inner soul, because love is the most powerful energy that's in the universe. And if people think that this is the way they think they are more good, they are more divine, it's really wrong. This is the reason I decided to meditate on Lucifer, because some of things I really agreed upon this, that people are still in religion, they are ashamed, and then that activates more of their reptilian mind consciousness. I mean, some of the famous pastors, like I would say Bob Larson, who is 30% reptilian, and people who are Christians, I mean, they're listening. This guy TB Joshua, they're all like, they're into the pyramid, and they are either reptilians or they are operating on a reptilian kind of energy. And the way to see it and to feel it is to see how they react to love. They will be more violent and angry.
Okay. How long do you meditate typically per session?
What I do is I meditate. I sit in a tub with hot water, and then I blind my eyes and I meditate on the kind of angel that I want to communicate. And the kind of angel that what I have realized is that by meditating on a specific angel, one can receive the kind of light that person wants to receive. For example, Michael can make one really strong and powerful and kind of disconnected, like more tuned into. And all these angels, they have these other abilities. They can be one just needs to know that what kind of energy one needs, and then just needs to meditate on that angel.
Okay. So as far as a specific time, it varies for you,
You mean
like
what
a
do you mean?
duration.
The duration? No, what it is. It really it's like I just know that this will happen at this time, but it's like I sometimes I'm not able to decode it for some reasons. Maybe it's for good reasons. Now I have come to realize that this the reason why I can't see further, it's a decision at my soul level and my the kind of contract I wrote. The reason is if I try to tune in and see further, then I might make other choices instead. So I just let myself go on the path that I want to go.
Okay. All right. So I guess the story behind that is don't necessarily set a specific time. Just go as long as you feel you need it.
And I mean, we all have guides, and we should not worry about much. But the all we should worry is we should test our guides, and we should know if they are really good or bad. Like I did, I changed my guide, and now things are really going good for me. I'm having good sleep. I mean, if I did not invoke this guide, I could have had died like 2 3 years ago.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Rocky. Anything else you want to share before we wrap up here?
Yeah, I would like to share is that people need to get away from the matrix of love and fear that the church is promoting. Lucifer is not bad for sure, and people are just using its name to mind control others. And people should test their churches, test their Bibles, and they should go one. They should try to step one way ahead, because these churches and other religions they want more fear so that the lower vibrational entities can feed upon it.
Okay. So there you have it. Pick an angel to meditate on and see for yourself what works for you. I guess that's the key here of meditations. What gives you the excitement of your heart.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Rocky.
Well, thank you, James. See ya.
Bye-bye. And for those who like to learn more about the Meditation Cube, please visit www.neologicaltech.com. There's free meditations on there to learn how to meditate. There's also information there about meditation, manifestation, and so feel free to check out the website and learn about meditation and how it can help you. Thank you, everyone, and bye-bye.